JuicyJoe now coming up to the plate, facing off against Blaz.
Like I said during the intro, right, Blaz, he has to have $900,000 nightmares of this character. The one that blocked him from the Millie at Capcom Cup 11. You gotta think that he's been labbing this matchup like a madman since then. So I think JuicyJoe's got a lot in store for him. Hopefully JuicyJoe as well has something ready for Blaz, right? Blaz, I imagine gonna bring the Ryu to the table first, but he's got a healthy cycle of characters.
It's wild to think of that spread that you mentioned twice over thus far. That is, whew, that's a big spread. But anyways,
like, are you ever gonna lose to that character again and going through that, right? You're like, nah, bro, I could not let this happen and repeat. Wow, he had, oh, I thought that said Tokido in round one. I was like, yo, what? But no, it was Tokoko, excuse me.
That's a pretty close name.
You know Tokoko.
Do I? I had something for it, but I wasn't gonna play along with it. There was a different kind of thing. Anyway, JuicyJoe.
Rocking the Ninjas in Pajamas jersey as well, right? We heard at SFLU he will be part of that squad. Only him and Phenom announced so far, but that is a dangerous twosome to get into the team to start. But right now, on the other hand, Blaz, of course, has been looking extremely strong. Fell to Riddles, but that's been his only loss, only blemish on his record, and a whole lot of 2-0s to go alongside it.
Yeah, and this kid is just phenomenal, right? Like every single matchup he's been a part of, it feels like he's dismantled his opponents pretty convincingly, and also just him rocking back and forth in his seat. You could see it literally on grand finals. If you watch carefully, like any of his matches at any big stage, he is big vibing and big chilling majority of the time. I do not know where he gets his confidence from, but he is honestly, it feels like he's got nerves of steel anytime he steps up to the plate. And it's rather impressive, right? Him being able to perform at a high level so consistently since his inception into the big leagues has been mad inspirational. Right, I think talking about like the matchup itself, like when it comes to playing against any meta threat, he finds a way around it so convincingly. But this is JuicyJoe we're talking about, right? Both Capcom Cup competitors. Yep. Let's see how much they've evolved up until this point.
I love the fact that you highlight Blaz's confidence because, yeah, I don't know if it comes from how young he is, how much he's been playing fighting games since his consciousness came into being, whatever it may be, right? But it feels like he is there to just play the game. Like, nothing else is in his mind, whether it be the money that's on the line, the Capcom Cup standings that's on the line. None of that seems to affect him. He's just here to put bodies in bags.
He might be on the receiving end of that right now, JuicyJoe. In the first couple of instances, no anti-air there. A little bit awkward of an angle, though, to get that crouching heavy punch. But Blaz making his way through. JuicyJoe erroneously going for that tech. Not this time, though. Does get thrown already into the corner. Command grab not going to be okay. Not going to be punished either.
Yeah, exactly. He neutral jumped, which did leave him in range to drive rush in, but actually was just a little bit short on that one. Burns him out in the process. Now the Hashigeki game. Oh, my.
And it was so smart for him to force the burnout with a meaty fireball, right? Yep. Level 1 wasn't going to save him. JuicyJoe wasn't going to have enough to parry it. That's actually kind of rough. Actually, would you be able to since it's meaty?
You know, that's a good question. I think, well, at least the very least, a level 1 would have got stuffed, right? And I think part of the OD fireball, too, was that it would burn out on the first hit and then apply the additional plus frames on the second hit. Okay. I have to go back and look at it to make sure that happened, but definitely felt like it was close to doing so.
Yeah, I don't even know how much like meter drive gauge that JuicyJoe had towards the end of that, but we will highlight that eventually. Level 1 to stop the departure. The flight's been canceled.
Indeed, bro. Having that Denja charge up is going to be even speedier towards Joe. Right now, got caught parrying. He's going to actually spin the drive reversal just to get some breathing room.
Jesus, man. Canceling that trip altogether, and now tripping him up with a low medium. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, says Blaz. I'll tell you what, with that level 2. Nice work.
Man, charged him for every checked bag.
Dude, the worst fee ever, by the way. I hate that.
Yeah.
God.
Right there. What a start to Blaz. I feel like I'm hearing some JuicyJoe chants from the crowd here. Obviously, one of the European competitors, while Blaz repping Chile.
It's got to be started for Ritas, right? Like, there's no way it's not. I always blame Ritas for it. I'll tell you what.
It's just solo Ritas using the deep projection of his voice. Oh, man. Shout out to Saltmine and Ritas, as always.
Love that.
Oh, nice shot for preparing into the departure manual.
Yeah, a lot more control coming in from JuicyJoe, right? Trying to let the departures do the work. The spike's not going to be relevant here as Blaz moves on forward. While in burnout, though, he did sacrifice his drive gauge just to get out of that threat. But double departure now. Round trip.
scary. Oh, actually moved the low, and he caught counter hit, so he gets the conversion off of it. Back to the drive meter, so JuicyJoe maybe adjusting the game plan a bit and respecting Blaz's pressure.
Double spike. Blaz is not going to give any free damage away for some of these projectiles, defending it well. Oh my god! That trade was not going to be anything, though.
Yeah, he was trying to counter JuicyJoe's check on the drive rush attempt, but just traded out. JuicyJoe gotta at least be happy. Wow, he tried to bait out the parry right there. How did you thread the needle? Get through all the ghosts. My man is busting right now.
That is crazy.
That was immaculate. Just to find that space, that dead zone. There was no more projectiles, the dead zone. And now we're looking at JuicyJoe's intensity here in this next round.
I'm trying to see the action through his glasses, but I'm glad we're back. Blaz charging up that dead chin. What happened?
Want to linger on the aura of JuicyJoe, farm it up a bit. Oh no, and now the OD Amnesia gets baited out, punished heavily. Look at the damage from the level 2. Oh my, the bully game, bruh. While you in Burnout, you in Ryu's world, and you just living in it. Maybe you in Red Bull's world, that's a perfect.
Not a lot to really do against that pressure. Amnesia, sure, but you better be on time to do so. But again, Blaz, he was ready for that option. How was he ready for that option, by the way?
Yeah, legitimately. His processing speed, the different things that come into his mind that feel like unorthodox or like specialized answers that only players of the character would know. He's got that understanding, man.
I9 Blaz, I'm telling you, his processing speed is absolutely insane. But JuicyJoe, we'll see if he can find a virus in that mind. Okay, that could have been so dangerous. He tried to move out of the way, standing medium punch only to nail JuicyJoe as he jumped.
Yeah, Blaz did a good job using that driver's cancel pressure to get out of a lot of the departure spacings. It's expensive, but it's a great way to do it.
Oof.
Yeah, so good. Just pairing up to protect your drive gauge. Oh, and then checking the drive rush with the stand medium. That's deep, I was gonna say, and actually 2-4 as well. Blaz has some mad scientist stuff. That DI as well catches the extended stand medium. Now Blaz gonna look to chip him out here. Hashigeki back to back with it. Set point.
Damn, he gave himself a nod of approval. He's chanting along with JuicyJoe. He's actually going, JuicyJoe.
I'll tell you, the way this dude locks in, like the zone he finds, it's different from a lot of people, bruh.
My man is vibing with the crowd as he takes away the hero. That's wild. That is some ominous villain energy.
Right? Like legit. And it feels like it's not malicious. It's just the type of brain, the type of experience that he works with here.
He's just hanging out. He's having a good time. He's like, you guys not having fun?
Yeah.
I am.
Man, just to see this dude's gameplay rise over the course of when he bursted onto the scene has been so dope to watch.
It's so sick that he ends it with that version of the Hashogeki to keep himself plus. Big trade-off for JuicyJoe.
Definitely a good trade. And the drive meter is so low, and how does he find this timing? Oh, say hello to my little friend, the Stand Fierce. Blaz gonna be sending JuicyJoe home 3-0.
God damn, that was explosive. This guy Blaz has had all of the answers. You talked about it too when it talks about when you were mentioning whether or not he's studied the matchup after those nightmares.
You know?
That answer has clearly risen up from what we just experienced. 3-0. It's rather impressive. The crowd still chanting for JuicyJoe.
Definitely big ups to JuicyJoe, right? One of my favorite players to watch, has been a JP expert since the start of the game. You're going to be able to see him on Team Ninjas in pajamas, not only in the offline competitive and online competitive atmospheres, but for SFL Europe as well. Teaming up with Phenom, can't wait to see the rest of their squad. But Blaz, man, what an answer. We said at the beginning, right? If there's any matchup he's going to be prepared for nowadays, it's JP.
How does he know, like, when to snipe out certain things? His timing and rhythm against his opponents have been so, like, I don't want to say immaculate. It's out of this world for sure. It's like something you can't train for.
Exactly. It's so hard. Like, you kind of, like, it's definitely something that you have to study about, like, when it comes to just a mindset of fighting game players and their tendencies to press buttons. I don't know what this chant is. I'm sorry. I'm just a dumb American. I don't know the European chants. I know y'all got a deep bag of them, though. That is for sure.